Well, hi guys. Hope everything was well. I wanted to make a video for you guys today on fishing. I try and get a video out every 2 weeks. And it's 1 year for YouTube, and it's also my birthday today, being June 6th. Well, I guess higher powers had other ideas for me. So, long story short, and it is kind of a long story, it's kind of funny, kind of bad, kind of sad, kind of good. But I figured I gotta share this because it's just there's too many coincidences to kind of think like, what the f? You know what I mean? So anyway, I got up this morning, boat loaded up last night, got my stuff and everything else. Out the door 6:30, hoping to be on the water by 8:30, catching walleye by 9. Good video, and I was actually gonna go live for the first time too. And I went, okay, so great. I'm 7 kilometers away from a city. It's called Boyle, Alberta. And my truck decides to die. Just died. I pulled over to a safe spot. I'm going, okay, what the hell? It won't start. Won't start. Won't start. Won't start. It's like I totally lost power. Then so I call a tow truck, right? Thinking, well, okay, well, I'm not that far out of the city. Can't be that bad. Well, guess what? After I pay for the tow truck, he decides to call me back saying, well, his truck is broken and he can't get to me. I'm dead in the water. By this time, my truck has decided to restart and will move. So I drive it like 40 kilometers an hour, which is like, I don't know, 20 miles an hour. And I drive the 7 kilometers and it dies right as soon as I hit this other gas station in the city of Boyle, called the Co-op. Awesome. I'm sitting there going, scratching my eyeballs, going and scratch my head, everything else going, what do I do now? Okay, because it's like $700 Canadian to get towed back into the city, easy, if not more. I got all my stuff in my truck, everything else. I'm going, okay. A gentleman actually pulls in and says, what's the issues? And he says, well, I have a trailer for $300. I'll give you a ride back into the city with your truck. I went, awesome. Done deal. He says, but he had something to do. And he came back. He showed up. We loaded the truck because it did run at this point, but not really well. Put it on his trailer, and we're driving back into the city. Great. Halfway back to the city, his trailer decides to blow a tire. So, and he's got no spare for it. So now we're limping along the highway again with my truck on his trailer and his thing doing his thing. So back to crawling, whatever. We get into this little gas station. We figured out a way to get that tire off. But of course, being Saturday in rural Alberta, everything is closed. It don't matter. Shut down, locked up, whatever. All right. So we have no way of getting a tire. Well, I happened to look at the trailer tire size, and I happened to look at the tire size on my truck, and lo and behold, my tire is a 235, his are 225, but they're both 75 R15s, and they're both 6-bolt patterns. It worked. Put the tire on, it rubbed against the tire frame, so we had to spin the tire around. We did that. Great. We got back into Edmonton. Perfect. We pull into my driveway just to discover that my tire somehow wiggled loose and it was almost off. Like it almost was off. It stripped his lug nuts like you wouldn't believe, to the point where they're almost useless. Great. So, because he's not from the city and he's doing me a favor, I went with him after we dropped my truck off. We got it off. We got the trailer dropped off, so he didn't have to pull the trailer. We went to a Canadian Tire that's close to me. Yes, we have the tires that you need. Perfect. He pays for them. The guy comes down. Sorry, we don't have the tires after all. So then it was the thing with the refund, right? Great. But, he says, the other Canadian Tire down the road does have them. Perfect. So we raced there. Got the 2 tires. Asked if we could get them mounted. Nope. Way too busy. 2 or 3 days before they even get them mounted. Well, he does have a buddy that he knows how to get to that does have a tire machine. But it's way across the city. And if you know Edmonton at all, It's not a small little city. So his worry was not being able to get back to me and to get to his trailer because it's in front of my garage now. So I was, at this point, the day's already shot. So I went with him. We get there, change the tires off. First tire that goes on the machine, the guy's machine breaks down. Great. So we fix that up. We get him done. We get him back in the van. Oh, I forgot one point. While we're at that second Canadian Tire store, he decides to leave his phone on the counter. So on the way back to my place, we discovered that his phone is gone. So it could have been on the trailer, at the first Canadian Tire, or at the second Canadian Tire. Well, guess what? After checking this thing in the first Canadian Tire, he was back at the second one. So that was a big loop around. That was like another hour shot to shit. I'm sorry for the language. Anyway, back to the tires. We get them back into his van. Coming back to my place. All good. Except for all the cops, for some reason, decided to pull everybody over. But we got through all that. That was not a big deal. Get to the house. We get tires put on. Everything was good. Hopefully, he makes it back to Boyle. So, Joseph, if you see this, thank you for not charging me an arm and a leg and helping me out. And hopefully I helped you out as well. It was just one of those days. Great birthday. But you know what? Shit happens. That's all it is. All right. Thank you all very much. And I appreciate everybody watching and subscribing to DFK Outdoors. I hope nobody else has to go through a day like this. And I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.